particular line. Yeah, you know that I'm on my grind. Yeah, I'm self-paid, self-employed. I gotta get paid, homie, I gotta get paid.
Welcome back to another episode of SelfPaid. You have your host, myself.
Got Alex here.
Come on. And then I have a dear friend of mine. We've been friends for like, I want to say maybe 5 years plus. We met around the 5 years ago. But he started a brand. It's trending everywhere, especially in LA. My boy Milo. Say what's up. Say what's up.
Yo, what's up?
Feel me? Okay, so if you don't know his brand, it's called Asali. It's basically been trending like I said, everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's been like a lot of famous people, a lot of artists, a lot of celebrities, TikTokers, you name it, whoever it is. He's built it from the ground up, and we have the pleasure of speaking with him today. It's fire. So Milo, we are gonna just jump right into it. So basically, say who you are, where you kind of came from, where your background is from, and yeah.
So I'm Milo. I'm from the Bay Area originally. Started the brand like 2 years ago, and it's really just been up from there.
You started in the Bay Area?
I started in LA. I moved to LA like 5 years ago.
Oh shit!
Why'd you move to LA? Just because you're like that's where the spot was to network and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I actually started with a different brand. It's the Thuggies. So this was my first brand. It's the first underwear with a pocket for holding drugs.
Yup. Can I see real quick? Look, check it out. So the packaging is on point. I remember when he made these two. It was fire. And then when you pull them out, you literally have, it's right here, huh? The pocket? Yeah, it's literally right on the crotch. And you can just put whatever you want in there. And at the time, it was like a lot of us were going to like raves, festivals, all this stuff. So it was like the perfect timing to like have something like this there, which is pretty dope. But that was the first brand?
Yeah, so
damn, I thought you came out with them after.
Yeah, that was just like on some regular shit. Like it was an idea we had since we was like kids. You
really?
know, just trapping and shit. It's like obvious. Oh, we gotta make the underwear.
Damn.
You made that? You have partners or is that alone?
That's alone. Yeah. So
packaging look nice too.
Packaging fire, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's still in business?
Yeah, we just relaunched that this year. It's officially gonna launch like in a couple weeks.
You stopped it because that brand started going crazy?
Yeah, I stopped it. We were having a few issues with like the production and stuff, so I had to go back and rework everything, and just make sure everything was right when I came back with it.
Damn. Now everything's right. It's ready to go.
Yeah. And so that's what started it all though. So once I figured out how to do the underwear, I was like, let me just do some other shit, like some fly shit.
At what age did you come from the Bay to LA?
25.
How old are you now?
30.
Oh shit, damn. So literally when you moved from the Bay. Oh wait, did you know Alex, CEO?
Yeah,
that's how we linked then, huh?
Yeah.
That's how we linked, because I linked with him and then he introduced us to you, and that's how the connection kind of got started. Damn. All right, bet.
Yo, shout out to Alex. Connecting the dots.
Breen. Okay, so when starting the brand, okay, let's just go into the Asali. Okay, so since Asali is like your number one brand right now, what is Asali? What is it? What does the name mean? What's behind it? What's the story behind it? And why did you kind of create that?
I really just did it on accident.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. How did you start? How did you come up with it?
It was really just on accident. So like I said, I was doing the underwear, and you know, production's taking long. I'm like, I got to do something else. At the time, I was just trapping. So I had all this dope money just piling up.
Yeah.
Like in the wall, I'm hiding in the walls, burying it in the backyard. And so I'm like, I got to do something with it. I got to invest it.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, the police going to run up on me. It's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let me cook up some designs. The first design I came up with, it was like a different brand and shit. And it didn't go so well. I ended up giving out all the clothes to the homeless. People liked the design, like Blueface had worn it in the music video and shit. But I wasn't really fucking with it, and I ain't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time I was like, all right, let me just switch. I was like, let me just, you know, try something else. I was just gambling with this shit, really. I ain't really care. And so I switched the name. I was like, let me come with like some designer type shit. switched the name, and then I made those sweatsuits that went viral. And so
That's the one I see everybody in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So-
sweatsuit.
You tried a clothing brand before Asali?
yeah, it was Asali. It was just under a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's you though. Obviously you did it, but it wasn't under Asali.
Yeah, it was just like one drop, and then I was like, nah, that shit's whack. And I switched the name, dropped the sweatsuit, and when I dropped the sweatsuit, I did the pop-up that Dom came to,
Yeah.
and pretty much everything sold out like in like a week or something. I had to up the price,
Oh yeah.
and then it was like shortly after that Desto had seen me with or not seen me, he had seen one of my boys wearing it at the gas station and tagged me on Instagram.
He tagged you,
Yeah,
or your boy, or his boy?
Desto tagged me.
Oh
He
shit!
like shouted out the brand and was like, "This shit's hard,"
Damn.
Damn.
and tagged me.
He knew who you were?
Nah.
Damn.
So he just seen the brand. He thought it was dope or whatever, and he tagged me on his page. And I was like, "What up? Let's do a collab." And at the time, he was just working in the. He was just trapping out the van in the parking lot.
Yep. And if you guys don't know Desto, it's Awful Lot of Cough Syrup, which is his hat. And yeah, in case you guys didn't know, but he said he was trapping out the van and he was like selling his merch, right? Or his Awful Lot of Cough Syrup.
Yeah, he was trapping out the van out there. And so I pulled up on him. We just chopped it up about doing the collab, and I knew like I seen he was doing some shit different, like different than I ever seen. Like people was pulling up to get the shit, like celebrities was coming through, and like he was just creating like this whole vibe, this whole culture around the shit. And I was like, we gotta run this collab. And so like 3 months later, we ended up running the collab. Like shortly before that, like 2 weeks before that, I had gotten raided. So I had to just stop everything I was doing.
How was that for you?
That was
Like mentality wise, like knowing that fuck you have a fire collab coming out, and that shit just happened to you.
Yeah, like I was kind of trying to transition towards that, but that really forced me to, like, you know,
Completely transition over?
getting in trouble and shit. I was like, I gotta go all in on the clothes now.
I think you had texted me too, or I remember having a conversation with you, and it was like the brand was taking off really well, and obviously we were all excited for you, and I remember you telling me that I think something about your car, you either had to sell it or you had to let it go, or you have to go turn yourself in because you rather just do it now and focus on the brand after. You're just like excited because you're like, fuck that legal money now.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I remember that, yeah, because I had sold all my cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sold all my cars and just invested everything into the brand. The police had taken some money and shit from me, and a bunch of other shit was going on at the time. So I just sold all my cars, invested everything in the brand. And
Walk
it was
through
just
what that was like selling everything, and then
I ain't sell everything. I just had
I
had hella cars.
right, but
So,
like putting the majority of your money into the brand, and I'm gonna assume at this point it wasn't where it's at right now.
I mean, that's what you gotta do though. If you really want to make shit work, like you gotta go all in.
Yeah,
You know, it's gotta be your life.
yeah, and that's what I explained too. And I recently heard that like the life of entrepreneurs, like self-employed business, whatever you want to call it, there's two types of people. There are the people who get the money from the business and try to flex it, and there's the actual entrepreneur who will put all their money back in and let it grow, right?
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And I think it's easier said than done, right? Because obviously I don't know much about your upbringing, but I do know that you didn't grow up with money, right? So to have a little bit of money, I'm sure it wasn't like, what was the thought process? Was it like full belief? Did you have doubts putting all that money in?
Good question. Not really. I always try to make like an educated guess on like anything I'm investing in.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the long run of things
Yeah.
too. I'm not just trying to make a quick flip.
Right. Damn.
Was that the time that like the Deso Dub collab was coming up? Like when all that shit was happening?
Yeah, so when I had looked at his website and shit, and it was like $200 for the hoodies, and at the time I was selling my shit for like $80.
I'm gonna say like 70, 80
And
bucks.
I was like, oh, when this collab drop, we doing numbers. And cause we had like 700 hoodies or something
together with him?
Yeah, we was about to drop. I was like, started doing the numbers in my head. I'm like 200 times 700. I'm like, oh, I'm getting paid. And so I was like, all right, this might work. And it was harder than it was. Like we didn't end up making all that money. We ended up giving it out so much and
like for free, like how he does it too.
A lot of promotion,
Mhm.
you know, a lot of marketing.
It was out the van, or was it at a spot?
That was we ended up dropping it on Melrose.
Oh, okay, right next to the smoke shop.
Yeah, right next to
Mike's smoke shop.
the smoke shop.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Damn.
How long ago was this?
This was 2 years ago.
3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, or 2.
That's like right when I met you too at his
2
birthday.
years ago.
My
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, at the Hollywood Little Castle.
Oh shit.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. Damn.
Let me see. Okay, so how hard was it? Okay, so you got the collab, and that created a lot of buzz, more buzz. Is that what kind of made the turning point in the brand, or was it already to the point where like, oh shit, you can sell this shit out yourself, you didn't need the collab, or did the collab help a lot?
The collab helped a lot because it just it upped the price of my products, and it just kind of like made my brand more official.
Yeah, a little bit of traction.
Like,
Yeah, facts. How did you get it on like right now? Like I see it on everybody. How did
Me
how
too.
did that
Honestly,
work?
yeah.
Like
I'm not
just-
even in that crowd,
And you can see it on.
and I see it on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
I just give it to them really.
And you just network a lot. Like,
yeah,
You would go out to a lot of events and stuff.
Yeah, I used to go out a lot. Yeah, a lot of networking. I just pop out to Hollywood. I mean, I used to sell coke, so I'd be around. You know, celebrities do coke.
Yeah. So you already around them before the brand?
Yeah, not necessarily, but I would be like near them, you know, at parties, at the club, and so I know where to find celebrities. And so especially back then when I invested everything, I was like, fuck, I would be like dead broke, but have tons of clothes in my garage. So I'm like, I'm going out to Hollywood tonight.
Yeah.
I'm getting this shit on someone. I see Chris Brown in the club or something, I'll run up on that nigga. I'm like, nigga, you gotta wear this shit. Or I'm back in the street selling coke. And he's looking at me like, oh shit.
Actually, that's exactly what happened.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. He's looking at me like, oh shit. And I'm like, yeah, like this is serious.
Damn.
And so
Damn.
they end up putting that shit on lots
Damn.
of times.
Damn, that's
That's not always how it happens.
No,
It's
yeah, of
different
course.
ways, but don't get
Is
me
that
wrong.
where the kind of Pablo Escobar and the El Chapo came from? Like their background? And like kind of
Yeah.
relate to like kind of like what the life you were living back then? Or it just happened, like it just happened. You just love the picture, because this is jail photo, no?
Yeah. To me, it was just like El Chapo, like fucking Pablo is hard. Like,
It was just
dealing-
instinct.
instinct.
like-
Yeah,
yeah.
I never meant to make no drug dealing brands. I had said this
Yeah.
on my last interview, but like a lot of other brands, they be making like Trap Marathon, Hustlers United, you know, like Money Babies.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they make all these brands. I see them coming out,
Mm.
and it's all about trapping, drug dealing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not. It's corny.
Yeah.
And so that's what's real different about my brand is like I never tried to make no shit about drug dealing. I just made some designs and it happened to be about drug dealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's lit. I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that story.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
So I was just drawing some shit up and it was just like, oh, let me put these faces on here like Pablo Chapo, that's hard.
And you just ran with it.
Yeah, it was some shit I wanted to wear.
Is that something that's gonna forever be like the face of Asali, or are you trying to do? Because I know like the faces thing. I know that's what, like you've been coming out with more hoodies like that too on the side.
Yeah, we transitioning for sure. Trying to transition to like a more mainstream look eventually.
You want to do like high fashion, like runway shows and stuff like that too?
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Dope.
How soon do you see that happening?
I wanted to do one this year, but it might not get until early next year.
Yeah, still
Mhm.
soon.
Yeah. I want to know too, what's, since we're on that topic a little bit, what is the vision for Asali? Like, where do you see it? How do you see it now, and where do you see it kind of going towards, or like, what is the end goal? Obviously, we all don't have one, but there's always something that we kind of like, want for our company or for whatever it is that we're working towards. What do you see yourself like?
I just want to branch out with the store. Definitely open multiple stores. We have our first location downtown LA, 1020 South Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
Everyone pull up. That's just a quick little start, really. It was supposed to be a showroom, but we just had so much traffic. I just like, let's open it up to the public.
Yeah.
A showroom. That means like just for people to come look at it.
Like buy like celebrities to come and look, or like
Oh, gotcha.
wholesalers to come and
Gotcha.
buy stuff. Yeah.
Do you have wholesale brands like that? People buy wholesale like that from you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, really?
Damn.
And like they're in other states?
Yeah.
So what do they flip it?
Yeah.
Oh no shit. That's honestly that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I see like random people. I'm not even talking about celebrities.
I mean, you know about that because you used to buy that shit too.
Yeah, but I didn't know
Yeah.
you do that for. Oh yeah, I mean for ours, yeah, but I didn't know it was like out there. Like, oh, so it's other sneaker stores.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay. I was thinking of more like I don't know, like other like big people just selling it in bulk and like everywhere. Is that something like? Because we used to buy resale too.
No,
like,
it's just like shoe resale stores and stuff like that.
got you.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But
everyone
still-
that be
it's still-
selling like the V-Loan and shit like
Yeah.
that.
But it makes sense. At least yours is still popping.
Still-
Elon's
yeah.
not really like
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. I didn't know that. You got to get it in
Yeah.
everywhere then too. You got him in Swish.
Swish, I never heard of that.
Warren works there now. He's part owner of another one, so I'll tell him too. Maybe they can buy
Oh.
wholesale from you too.
For sure.
But yeah, they'll have
You
like
know
4 or
that
5
shit gonna
stores.
sell. The sweatsuits be selling like crazy. All my wholesalers are like in love with me
Damn.
because the sweatsuits sell crazy.
Yeah, I mean they're on everybody. Everybody wants to rock them. I understand why.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah,
Did we get into
Evan
that?
too? No, Evan.
Yeah, Evan
Get him in Topanga.
sold out. He doesn't hit you up either.
No,
No, I'll tell him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right here in Topanga Mall.
for sure.
But did we get into the vision? Did you say your end goal?
What
I know
else?
you said wholesaling, but what is it that you want to like accomplish within Asali?
Definitely open up more retail stores. More retail
Yeah.
locations.
Where do you see the company in like 10 years?
New York, Miami, Atlanta, maybe Houston.
And it's just storefronts.
Yeah.
Fire.
You
Alright.
plan on hiring like a CEO? You plan on running it the whole time?
I'm gonna hire people for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it right
I just
now?
like designing. I don't like doing
Yeah.
none of that
Yeah.
other shit.
handling all the back end
Yeah.
bookwork. All
I
that
do
stuff.
it, but
Yeah.
it's hell. Like
You're still a
alone?
1-man team.
pretty much, I have an assistant.
Damn.
You know,
Damn.
I got a bookkeeper, an
Yeah.
assistant,
Yeah, in fact, you need that.
but that's it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's lit. So you've been just doing it yourself for the last 2, maybe 3 years. When do you see yourself branching out and kind of Put in that
Hopefully
position.
soon. Hopefully soon. We just got the store in December, so it's been like 6 months. And it's been growing. So
then you've been
hopefully-
holding pop-ups there too, huh?
Yeah.
Like little
We've
events
been
and
doing
stuff
a
like
lot
that?
of events.
Damn.
Yeah.
How are those? Do you charge for the event or
Nah, it's free. Pull up.
just pull up whenever?
Yeah.
It's more for like it's like artists too, no? That come?
Yeah, we had done one for EBK Young Jock, Wally the Sensei. Who else? DB About a Bag. We just did the last one. So a bunch of like West Coast artists.
Damn. That's fire. Out of the business from the last 2 years, what are probably the most difficult things you had to encounter with the brand? Because I know a lot of people that are going to watch this or either have, number one, they're probably fans or supporters of your brand. And then number two, you're probably going to get people that want to start a brand, or kind of like, because I know a lot of people come up to me and it's like I don't know really how to get even started with doing a custom. Is it just cut and sew, or is it just on print?
I do a lot of cut and sew is what I'm really known for, but I also do like LA Apparel. If you want your blanks, go to LA Apparel. I get all my blank tees from LA Apparel.
Damn. All right, bet. What would be something like from the last 2 years that you've done Asali? What are some like hardships that you went through, or some things that were just like you didn't think you were gonna overcome, but you did?
I would say, not really any, man. It's just been smooth for real.
This has been a good journey.
It's been a good
That's
journey.
crazy.
Besides like personal stuff like that, but the business been cool.
How do you know how to separate the personal and the business? Because I know, like, sometimes it's a little hard, and especially when you're dealing with a lot of personal stuff and you still want to keep a brand.
Yeah,
still
it still messes. Your personal still crosses, right? Like as the owner, it crosses over to your business.
For sure. You all see me posting little shit on the internet and shit. And be getting messy sometimes. But
yeah.
But I feel like that's also like
everyone want to know, what I'm up to, but
can't let them know everything.
Can't let them know everything.
And I see like, and for like an outside perspective, I feel like that's what makes your brand kind of like, in a way, like your brand, because even though like you're not just putting on a face for the company, like a lot of, like how you were saying earlier, a lot of people start brands with like money, drugs, or whatever, but they don't really live by like shit like that, or they don't really go through like a whole bunch of stuff where it's like it has to do with the brand. I feel like from the, obviously like I know a little bit more about your past, but even having to do with like all that stuff, still dealing with probably bullshit to this day, from the past probably, all that stuff intertwining. Like, how do you keep your head up even though shit's happening?
You just gotta keep it pushing, man. I smoke a lot of weed too.
But
you gotta have a goal. That's the thing in life, man. If you don't have a goal, then you just don't have no direction. You gotta keep your goals, stay focused on your goals, and you're gonna find joy from just fulfilling what you want to do in life.
Is that what you wanted to do? I guess we talked about like you having money and you wanted to invest. Is clothing something you've always thought about, or?
Nah, actually, not at all. So
that's crazy.
But I see that with everyone. My homie will get a job like at some dead end spot. And he'll be like, "Oh, this is great," and I'll be like, "Nah, it's not really that great." But he's super stoked and he wants to work at McDonald's or whatever because he got the job.
Yeah.
I got the job. But I actually do love the shit, so it worked out for me. Yeah. But I mean, when I was selling Coke, I thought I loved that shit. Yeah. I was like, this is great. I'm getting
like,
money.
Money's coming in.
The money's coming in.
Yeah, the reason I ask is because I feel like there's a lot of people who want to start clothing brands, right? Yeah. And I'm sure you've seen them. But in terms of who I know, yours is the only brand in terms of clothing that has been, I guess, continued, right? Because everyone starts, it lasts like 6 months and it disappears.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't give up on this shit, You just can't give up. That's the thing. That's the thing about it. And also, you can't be coming with no whack designs. Clothing business is a hard business. Like, I don't suggest anyone gets into the clothing business because it's not like a regular business where, if you're selling hamburgers, you're going to be selling the same exact hamburger for 60 fucking years.
Yeah.
The same recipe, everything. Just flip the fucking burger. You tell them, flip it, cook it, sell it, done. With clothes, every week you got to come up with new designs. You got to find marketing techniques. You got to be on the latest trends. You got to be really aware and tapped into the culture. So clothing is like not really the best business if you're looking to make money. It's a lot of work. I don't suggest it for anyone, really. Same thing with like rapping and shit. Like I don't know many rappers that are successful. I definitely don't know many rappers that have money. So it's like, but everyone wants to be a rapper. Everyone want to make clothes. If I was gonna get into a business for money, I want to start another business for real and make some money, some like easy money, you know. But if
You
I was
already
gonna
have it
start
in
a
mind?
business, it wouldn't be clothes. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Do you know what business you're talking about? Or are you saying you want to?
I would. Yeah, some. I don't know
Oh,
yet, but
okay,
some.
gotcha. I thought you were saying
Yeah.
you already had a plan.
Yeah, I was like,
oh,
damn, you already have a
what's
plan after
next?
that? Yeah, me too.
Damn. Well, yeah,
Um,
that's I see that a lot. Where I mean, but even between us, which I think we've seen like what 10 brands start and then
Oh, yeah.
disappear, and I've always heard like we even tried, right? Like friggin' fuck, like 6 years ago,
Yeah.
right? Give or take. And we didn't do anything with it. We were just messing around with samples, but it's crazy to see that the small percent, like your brand, still grow because we didn't even try marketing it, but I don't know. I think just seeing it, because I remember talking to you for the first time. I don't remember how he introduced us, but it was his birthday, like I said.
Probably lit.
Yeah, we were lit, all of us. And I think that's when you talked about you just started the brand, right? And I think you were wearing it, the bottoms, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I remember. I mean, again, it's been what, 3 years, almost 3 years since,
Yeah,
and
'cause
it's
that was during like
yeah,
COVID, huh?
and yeah, off camera we were talking about just me seeing your brand on like random people. I'm not talking about celebrities,
Yeah.
which I think is not crazier. I mean, it is, right? Because you can get merch on celebrities, but seeing people you don't even know wearing it.
And they bought it.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. And I saw that and I was like, damn. So when he told me you're coming on, I was like, shit, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like going more into that, yeah, that's
I know
the
someone
cool
had
part.
sent me a picture and they were like in Ohio the other day and there was like 3 people in the crowd all wearing
Yeah.
it. I'm like, are you serious? You're in
Yeah.
Ohio? They're like, yeah. I'm like, damn, all right, that's lit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even
Nah,
like
I be walking to Topanga Mall with
yeah,
like
facts.
like little couples rocking it together.
Even
Bro.
like these
Yeah.
fools, like I was just like, you know how like I'll tell you like, oh, they'll come like rock your shit or whatever. Like I kept telling them, and then they're like they're iffy about going on, not, and I couldn't get everybody to go. And then one day I just came back and we were like recording, and they just cashed out at the store. They're like, fuck that. They're like the ones that wanted to go were like, I'm not waiting anymore. Like they just went and they cashed out like all this stuff.
That's funny.
And even in the vlogs, like we did one vlog where it was like a Pictionary thing, and one of the topics was drugs, and then he had the shirt with all the drugs on there, like every single one, like and it was like they were just pointing at the shirt, and that's how we got the answer right and stuff like that. It was funny.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
funny.
but they be wearing the stuff in all of your like all the vlogs and stuff. So I've seen it from like an outside perspective where you see a bunch of celebrities wearing it to homies you just met like recently rocking your stuff. So
Hey, shout out
congrats
to
to that.
them. They're
Yeah.
dope. Fuck
congrats
with
to
them.
that. That's fire. That's dope. When doing the awful lot of cost rep, was it because I know like during that time, that transition, it was a lot of manufacturer that obviously went in. You said you had 700 products. Was it better for you to give a lot of stuff away for free, even though I'm like, for me, when I had the store, giving shit away for free was not my like, I hated doing that because I was just like, you know, like the chances are for you at least, like if you gave it for free, you know people are rocking that. But if I give someone for free, they like their shoes are like they probably got them at Nike or somebody else gave them to me. It's not my brand on their shoe, you know.
Yeah.
So like it always hurt my pocket. But like for you, it helped you out more, giving stuff for free.
Yeah, it's marketing. At the end
At
of
the
the
end
day,
of the
it's, you know, as long as it's out there, I be putting my website on everything too. So, you know, when I did the collab with Desto, it was, you know, 700 people that all had my website on a little tag,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of celebrities and stuff wanted to wear it. So it was like, you know, take it.
Yeah.
Are you tracking all that? Like seeing how, out of all the like the 700 that you gave, how
Back
many
then, no.
converted?
Yeah.
Like
back
nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's when you hired a bookkeeper
Yeah.
to keep track of like inventory, what went for free, what didn't go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep track of all that for sure.
And you're marketing yourself too? In terms of marketing? Or like, are you tracking? I'm assuming you get a lot of like online payments, no? Of
Yeah.
people ordering?
Yeah.
Do you see, is it a lot from here or is it all over the U.S.?
Mainly Los Angeles area, you know, like IE, but all over the U.S. and all over, you know, different countries too.
Oh no
Damn.
shit.
Australia, Germany, UK.
Oh, international. That's crazy.
Canada.
Yeah, UK is fire. UK has some UK rap out there. Yeah,
Damn.
and all that like scene, they for sure probably eat that up. For sure,
For
I can
sure.
for sure see that. Fuck, I had a question. I forgot it.
No, but I was gonna ask. We talk about high fashion. Are you planning to keep Asali as what it is, and then create another brand, or grow Asali into that?
We're gonna definitely be growing Asali for sure.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna see there's definitely a transition in like the whole direction of the designs. I'm slowly starting to implement little things here and there, but you're gonna see a lot more.
Dope.
Yeah.
I remember, what was it 4th of July 2 years ago, a year ago? You did the shorts and the button up with the cough syrup all over it,
Yeah.
like stuff like that, like designs, like patterns and stuff like that, or you're changing it to a whole different thing. Was that you? That was you, right?
Yeah, that
the
was
whole
me.
thing was you.
Yeah.
You created that and everything.
Yeah.
The bikinis, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
fire.
saw that.
That was fire.
That was
The
a
bucket
cool
hats, all
job.
that.
Yeah, that was a cool job. Young Thug ended up wearing that. That was my favorite part of that whole drop.
It was when Young Thug wore it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
ain't really like the clothes, honestly.
No.
Nah,
Yeah.
but Thug wore it, so I was like, that's hard.
Damn.
Yeah. That is
So a
hard.
lot of your drops, you don't. I mean, I guess it comes down to you, right? Like you're the creative behind it,
Yeah, for sure.
but you didn't like the drop, but it ended up working out.
Yeah, I had sampled it and I had worn it and thought it was good, but then by the time production was finished, I was like, it's whatever.
Like it changed a little bit during that process.
It didn't really change, but like
Like your thought
my
process.
vision
Uh-huh.
of the whole project.
Mm-hmm.
And like, as an artist, nothing's ever finished. You can
Yeah.
always make little changes. Like the same cartel hoodie that I've been dropping for 3 years has probably had like eight different versions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I
During the 3-4 years.
yeah.
Shit.
So I slow like the first one, and that's why I tell a lot of people you can't just drop one thing and then
I see.
it just you're gonna.
You think it's gonna stay forever?
You're gonna just expect it to sell after the first drop. You gotta drop one thing, and you're gonna sell a few, and then you gotta drop another thing. You're gonna sell a few of that, and then you're gonna sell a few of the old one. Drop another thing. You're gonna build the hype and build your brand. The first hoodies, they weren't that great, honestly. I had to slowly make them better and better, and we did slowly up the price too.
Yeah.
So, the prices kind of reflected the quality and everything that we put into the garments, overall design and everything.
Yeah, I know you go crazy with it. I remember the glow in the dark full zip up with the hood.
Yeah.
The glow in the dark one. I was like, damn, man, he's going crazy with it. And I mean, much like fucking success to you, like especially where you came from. I remember we're like in Rosarito, and we're out there, and it wasn't even a thing yet. And to see you now, it's fire. So congrats to everything. Congrats to all the success that you built in the last 2 years more. And yeah, what's next? Just keep growing it. Retail stores, huh?
Yeah, we finna open another location soon. Y'all stay
Out here?
Stay on the lookout for that. And then the Thuggies dropping this month.
Oh yeah.
This is, if you guys see this, it's
Officially
probably,
dropping this month.
we'll add the links in the bio, of course, with everything, with Asali. We'll add the Thuggies as well, because if this does drop, we'll probably push this before a couple other people. But if this comes out after that, we're going to still have everything in the bio, so feel free to just click the bio, check everything out.
I was gonna ask, if you had to give advice to like 20-year-old you, what would it be?
Sell clothes. Do not sell dope.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Tracks.
Because
That was
I feel like I was like the same designer back then, but I just didn't know.
how to push it.
I just didn't know I had talent.
Damn.
You know,
Damn. So don't sell drugs. Feel
it
me?
was wasted.
crazy.
But that's, I mean, I feel like that's what kind of got you, you know, the money to do.
I guess so,
What you need to do.
but probably not. Like,
Yeah.
I could have been like, you know,
Bigger by now.
the
if you
next
would've just
Virgil or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, if I
Yeah.
had really
done it the time that you wanted to.
done
Yeah.
it, you know.
Damn.
But here I am.
Facts. And you're gonna still,
Yeah,
obviously,
who
you're gonna still
knows?
keep going. It's
Yeah.
not done yet. I know we're gonna see a lot more from you, and I'm excited. I've always been supportive for everything that you've done, and just to see it on everybody else. Again, congrats to all the success. You have anything else too?
No.
You want to give the address out one more time?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone pull up 1020 South Los Angeles Street, downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You know, we
Oh, yeah.
open every day, 12 to 7.
And
Pull
events.
up.
There's events too that
Yeah.
happen. So, if you're familiar with them or not, feel free. Still pretty sure it's a good vibe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come check us
Um,
out.
But, hope you guys were able to get something from this podcast. You seen it yourself. We have my boy Milo. Came from, we really didn't even talk about the backstory, but it's as you guys may or may not know, it was not that great from the bottom to where he's at now. You guys got some advice from him, and hopefully you guys were able to learn something from him. Take something into accountability when doing the stuff that he does, especially when making the decision of drugs and stuff to becoming your own brand. But you heard it here.
Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode.